Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for somebody that feels like they have like a single solitary right moment to come back to somebody that they keep thinking about. So it feels like somebody is a little bit over analytical or overthinking the situation, and maybe even a little bit paranoid or kind of like overestimating what risks there might be, a little bit too much in their head. We've got the Eight of Cups in the reverse, Seven of Wands in the reverse, and the King of Swords. So probably a little bit of encouragement for someone here that maybe procrastinates a little bit or doesn't feel quite up to the task yet. Let's call on spirit. A little bit of wind chime chime. I hope you guys are having a lovely day. Happy Easter if you celebrate it. And I did want to just give you guys a quick heads up. I'm super excited. The lovely Christina has gifted us a lovely, I say us as in me and Hambone and all of you, um, this Golden Girls deck, which I'm pretty stoked on. So thank you to Miss Christina. I also added a PayPal donation link to my description box. So if you want to make sure that I always have lovely candles or more fun tarot decks, you're welcome to use that below. All right, let's get started. I feel like we need the situations deck first, but don't worry, we'll definitely use the Golden Girls deck at some point. Happy Easter, Voodoo. Hello, Nancy. I hope you're both doing well. Hello, Karen. How's it going? All right, let's see what we've got for you. Definitely feeling a little bit of like hesitation or, well, interesting. Because this kind of balances that out, right? We have somebody here who feels like what they have to do is move their butt, right? Like, okay, well, I maybe don't have a ton of time. This person feels the need to demonstrate some sort of truth here. They feel like maybe there's an element to the conversation that needs to be happened that might not be believed right off the bat. So they may be delayed in part because they're worried about how to demonstrate what's true and what's not. I love seeing this come in the upright because we had this, I think it was yesterday, in the reverse. I want to say for the all signs. So to see it come out in the upright, it does feel like we have some happier energy here today than maybe started us off yesterday. Ooh, and why are they happy? Because there's something that they're being pulled towards. There's something here that makes them feel giddy. There's definitely like a cheesy grin behind this card. Somebody is planning a trip here because they've finally accepted the truth. It feels like somebody has accepted this isn't just some fleeting emotion. This is like real. I'm going to do something about it. So we may see the Six of Swords, the Fool, or the Three of Wands, because all of those to me would indicate some sort of travel here in a new direction. Well, that's kind of sweet. And somebody is feeling motivated. So that's interesting. Maybe that's to say the time has come. Dun dun dun. All right, let's get. We might have to use the ghost tarot because we have, I think, a bit of a no contact situation or a lull in the conversation, if you will. Happy Easter, Tiana. Welcome. Hello, Renata. How are you doing? Let's see what else we have for you. Six of Wands. Okay, so here's the interesting thing that I just saw in my head. We are clarifying the bounty hunter, and you'll notice that Fido has a delightful wand of his own. Don't take that dirty, that's gross. This is the seventh wand. This is saying somebody is successful and somebody is protected. So not only is somebody, I think, facing some fears and maybe accepting that things aren't as bad as maybe they thought they were, but somebody has protection here that I feel like they're underestimating. So there's like encouragement from the universe for this person to take action. There's definitely passion coming through. We could be dealing with a fire sign here, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But more importantly, there's an element of I'm determined to reunite with somebody here. So we've got the Three of Cups. I know they look a little spooky, but they're here to party. This is somebody who wants to celebrate something. Seven of Cups. Okay, so they want to celebrate something, but they know that before you get to the part where you're like clinking glasses and getting all caught up or, sharing what's going on, there's something that has to be talked about, some lie or illusion from the past, something that prevented the two of you from being able to just like ride off into the sunset, right? But it's something that's going to make you happy overall, like there's definitely going to be some difficult elements here, but I feel like this person is going to tell you that when you felt attacked, there was somebody that stood up for you. That there was somebody who was willing to look past the gossip and look for the truth. So we have the Seven of Wands and it's in the reverse. Interesting because I just said we had like Seven of Wands over here, right? Somebody was trying to pass off a lie as truth because they knew the person that they were talking about quite well. So there was an air of like legitimacy to this lie because somebody was actually close to that individual, right? There, Kevin, how are you doing? So somebody did something indefensible here. They said something out of line and it wasn't backed up by truth. As a result, whoever this person is that lied, I feel like they were able to convince enough people where you or your person felt kind of excommunicated or excluded from this group of people. Like whatever had been said was enough to just like write you off completely, right? But you might not have known what they said about you. The Ace of Cups in the reverse, and we're clarifying the Escapade card, which also has vacation, hideaway, adventure. I'm seeing this card in a couple of different ways. Number one, I do feel like there was an initial like frustration with the situation that did impact how you view yourself, but that you were able to pull yourself back together and be like, you know what, like you don't deserve to have all of this influence over how I see myself when you clearly don't even have a grasp on, the truth of who I am anyways. So I feel like there was a big moment here for you in terms of turning things around and being like, whatever, done. And then there was also something here about how you respected yourself or how you took care of yourself that kind of proved whoever lied about you wrong. It's as if the way that you responded to not having a social community treat you the way that you deserved made them want to fix things because they realized that you didn't need other people to prop you up, right? I feel like you started to reject the empty connections. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, you were like, I don't have any time for people who just want to use me. That's not my thing. And I'm not going to be like super transactional. You owe me $5 for gas money because I drove you from point A to point B, like it's more that you acknowledge that there were people that were willing to just see what they could get from you without actually providing any benefit back or without demonstrating that respect or loyalty in any way back. And I think, as you can see with the person there hugging the headstone or gravestone, it's like, oh, you know what? I think I actually lost somebody like good. Sometimes people get a little bit careless, maybe forget that there are good people out there. And that's dangerous, you know? I'm not advocating for, treating these people nice and then everyone else be a jerk to them or anything like that. But if you're going to carelessly break the hearts of the people around you, it's only a matter of time before you are taught a lesson where you kind of have to like look at yourself and ask, what am I doing, you know, ruining chances for myself just because I'm angry about something that happened to me, you know? There was a change here. Somebody matured, somebody saw that what they were doing was not really helping anyone. So there's some change in behavior here, some unexpected, like, I didn't expect to be this strong kind of energy, right? Like, I surprised myself. Ooh, I hardly ever see this card. This is really good. So we have blossoming abundance. So if this reading is resonating for you, there is something that you started doing, something you created, some hobby you turned into a business, whatever it is. This is growing for you. This is like if it feeds your soul, if it helps you recover from a difficult day, if it, charges your batteries, however you want to say it, and you find a way to make that your life's work, that's a really good thing to further invest in. It feels to me like you have found something that really aligns well, or your person, but there's money as a result of you kind of finding that calling and leaning into what you're supposed to be doing, right? Let's get some more clarity from the Rider-Waite. The Hermit in the reverse, Four of Pentacles in the reverse, Two of Pentacles. Oh, this is sweet. It's like I hear the ding of an elevator, that kind of Pavlovian cue that we've all learned. Okay, now I have to start moving. I can't like stay in whatever daydream I was. Somebody realized that all they were really doing was signing up for kind of an empty existence, right? If I try to avoid any connection because I'm afraid of getting hurt, or if I just push people away constantly, if I expect everyone to be the same, then I don't get to like fully experience what life is, right? I just kind of go about my business in a bubble, right? This person realized that they needed to stop pushing people away and that there was something they needed to like loosen up on, like actually let somebody in. And when they started to make changes, they noticed that their life was also changing with them. It's like when you feed your soul what it needs, when you make the changes that you need, things in the 3D world start to get better for you as well. So it's like a convert, someone who starts believing in karma, someone who starts believing in intuition, well, that's about as sideways as you can be. So we have a King of Wands who was maybe using all of that passion or that energy in a way that wasn't really moving the needle or making things go the direction this person wanted. Because just like a car, we have energy that we can spend, right? How are you going to spend that? Are you going to become a famous chef? Are you going to sit on your ass and memorize, every episode of How I Met Your Mother? Like we all have choices to make in terms of how am I going to use today? What am I going to accomplish today? What am I going to cross off that list that I know I need to do? And how can I get closer to my goals? I feel like this King of Wands has realized he was putting energy into like the wrong basket, right? The wrong thing. And that if he could reallocate that energy, he would be able to have a happier life and live more authentically. So I feel like we have like a king that is starting to stand up. I know he's seated. It's okay. But like he's getting ready to like move forward, to take action on something. So I'm going to put him in the upright. We'll see. I knew it. This is spirit confirming, you guys. Eight of Wands is action, communication. So there may be something that has to be spoken or delivered or stated or planned first. But this King of Wands is getting ready to take action on something that he's been thinking about for a long time. Called the Three of Wands, so it could involve some sort of travel. Maybe there's distance between the two people here and somebody realizes it's on them to do the travel. There could be a surprise visit. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody realizes that they were maybe a little bit too comfortable with the distractions or the obstacles in their way. And it might be kind of inspiring them to take a little bit more rapid action. Like, I don't know. Have you ever had one of those days where you're like, oh, that's cool. I actually have like, you know, couple 3-4 hours to do whatever I need to do to get ready, and then I have to be somewhere, no big deal. And then you like overdo it and you're like too comfortable or too lazy, and then you realize like now you've like taken too much of the time being a lazy butthole, and now you have to like hurry through the shower, hurry through the getting ready, you know, all of that. I feel like this person dilly-dallied a little bit too much, and then they like checked their watch and they were like, oh, now I have to hurry. Because this person definitely took too long or has taken too long. And they're wondering if they've lost out because they haven't reached out. Seven of Wands in the reverse twice. They know there's a risk here. It's like somebody's standing at a roulette table in Vegas and it's a big bet. And they know like you have to call it in that time frame, right? Before the white ball stops or whatever it is. Like somebody knows they have to like pull that bow and arrow situation at the right time. Like you have to have timing on your side. Somebody, I don't know why they're so concerned. It's like they really want it to be lucky. Like everything that could be set up for success is like, what have I forgotten? What could I do better? Like this is over analyzing for sure. Somebody is thinking too much. So Four of Wands, pretty sideways. This person's really concerned over being perceived as like worthy or on the same level. There could be concern as far as, do you make more money than I do? Do you look down on people who work in this particular industry? Do you feel like people have to have a certain level of education? There's something here about this person being a little bit unsure in terms of like, what do you consider to be like worthy of you, right? This person maybe doesn't know that's the question they're asking in their head, but it's like, am I good enough, right? Happy Easter to you as well, Dina. And hello, Miss Christina. I've been waiting just in case you did show up. So I haven't started using the cards yet. So thank you, Dia. But I do feel like somebody has underestimated their value. And you know what? That's kind of a good move. I feel like this is somebody who was overly confident before or had some like issues with insecurity that they masked with an ego. There's that Fool. I called that one too. Let's see if we get the Six of Swords and then we'll have the trifecta. We have somebody who's willing to take a new approach, right? A new path. I'm going to do something that scares me. I'm going to actually be like open with somebody and let somebody in, you know? Like Four of Cups. Even if they reject me. Oh, we had at first the Nine of Pentacles in the upright and then the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, I think that's our answer, you guys. Why is this person so fixated on the right time? It's like, if I find out this person is single, I know they won't stay single for too long, so I have to get in there and make my offer before somebody else does, right? So, but I also feel like there's something here about time of day. Like there might be some ridiculous distance here between these two people. Like I have to choose the right flight. I have to, then rent a car. Then I have to make sure I have the right address, or then I have to make sure, like, you know what I mean? Somebody is thinking about all the details right now. Like it's like a going to battle kind of plan. All right. So this person could be looking at their love interest as somebody who would very much so be attracting other individuals and feeling like what they need to do is find a way to express how they feel, make it clear they're looking for a long-term relationship or they want commitment, and make sure it comes across as authentic or honest. They don't want um, their love interest to think that they're lying. Yeah, exactly. How can I make sure they think I'm being honest or that they can trust me? Well, that's a big question there, gay. um, I don't know that there really is an easy answer to how do I get somebody to trust me, especially if the implication is that there was something that happened that didn't really go well, right? But for the people out there that have to figure out if they can trust somebody, let's just get some insight into the soul's journey. This is called the Voyage of the Soul, so pretty good. What? What? You guys. Well, there we go. Somebody is transforming. Somebody is actually doing the work. Metamorphosis, transformation, change, renewal, revolution, and rebirth. I mean, I love it. Spirit's just like, ask and I will answer. So somebody is definitely working on what they need to. And they're getting more comfortable with like the spiritual side of things, right? Because we have soul coming out. This doesn't come out very often, by the way. I do feel like this is indicative of somebody who has a really strong character, somebody who has really strong morals. We have infinite self, source, non-physical, karma, and Akashic records. Somebody may have had a run-in with their ancestors or had some sort of, what was that? In like The Lion King, when Simba has a dream of his father, like those kinds of things, right? Like a really like slap across the face kind of message from somebody important to you. Yeah, that kind of thing. Ah, this is so perfect, you guys. Even just look at the similarity of the cards. Harvest and blossoming abundance, that's pretty much perfect. And it's underneath it, clarifying it. Yeah, no, there's been hard work put into this situation. Somebody, or perhaps even both people, have been addressing the trauma or difficulties in their lives that caused difficulties so that they could, ex- move to the next level, ascend, become a better version of themselves. There's some sort of payoff here because of the hard work. That is a beautiful answer to the question I had before I picked up that deck. All right, trying to think. The Golden Girls deck is kind of small, so I like to do like clarifications with that size. So let's get one more. We'll go with the Meta Muse. Oh, you're funny. That's perfect because I'm sitting over here chuckling, right? Somebody is going to be very happy. We have happiness from the situations deck, and now we have the happiest card in the deck, the Sun. For some of you, this is more so talking about, I mean, it's tied in with the abundance, right? Like the seasons are changing here for us in the US, like flowers are blooming, blah, 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 right? So there's a newness, a freshness. There's something here that makes someone happy because they worked at something and it is blossoming, right? For some of you, this is career and love. We have justice in the reverse. This feels to me like somebody really wants to make up for you or to you something that happened in a social group. They want to either make sure that people don't argue or gossip about you, or they want to make sure that you feel like a relationship with them wouldn't result in arguing and fighting. Prince of Cups in the reverse. Oh, Lordy. Somebody's a little lovesick. Yeah, you guys, this person's like, they haven't felt this way before. That's why they're looking at actually doing something different, right? So we have Temperance. They feel off kilter. Like they were doing fine, just like skipping along, whatever, living life the way they wanted to. And then they meet you, and it's like, skirt. Wait, I didn't know they made them like you. There's something about you that this person didn't expect to find in another human. And it feels to me like someone who understands what's important to me because it's also important to them, like a similarity in religion or morals or hobbies. There's just something here that feels like a puzzle piece locking into place. Like, have you ever lost one piece to your puzzle? I have. It's tragic. And then, like, 2 years later, you find it. It's like, "Ah." I feel like this person accepted their puzzle was never going to be complete. It was just, what it was. And then they met you and they were like, I could actually imagine being happy with you. Like, you wouldn't be difficult to wake up next to or to make dinner with or to, endure spring cleaning with. Like, their fear, though, is that you being so awesome and whatnot probably have a couple people that also know you're awesome. So, what's the competition here? Are you already dating? Do you keep it secret when you date people? Like fear, insecurity. Like, do you see me the way that I see you? There's that King of Swords again. So, we could be dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, or, that's in somebody's chart, but really strong energy of somebody who has to get all the information, make a solid plan, know what's going on. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think you can pretty much divide all of the humans into, do you make an itinerary for your vacation or not? Like, I could tell you so much about who you are as a person based on whether or not you like to have an itinerary. King of Swords is here to basically say, I have some truth, right? And it might not be what you're expecting me to say, but I'm going to say it anyways. And you can respond however you need to. But I gotta, like, this is making this person uncomfortable. Like, I have to do something here. Oh, that was pleasant. The Chariot. Hello there, Tom. How are you doing? The Chariot is the fastest moving card in the deck and implies that whoever was stuck here or felt like they couldn't go where they needed to go, that's no longer an issue, which makes a lot of sense, right? The sun came up and now I know which path I'm following, right? Like somebody feels like it's time. It's time to take action. And what does the Magician say? Basically the same thing, right? Like, I have all the information I need. You see all the like things on that table? I got all the tools I need. What else do I need really? Like, at this point, I'm just procrastinating. So this person's like, okay, that's it. I'm gonna throw this bomb in the air and see what happens. But like, I gotta tell someone how I feel. Wow. Ace of Swords again, you guys. Remember, we have it right here. I have to tell the truth. This is like bursting out of them. Like, how can I keep this a secret any longer? There's a sense here that they're excited to see you, nervous that they may lose you. But with the star in the reverse, honestly, what I'm getting is this is so weird. I've never seen it this way, but like somebody misses hearing you, like talk, laugh. Maybe you have a funny sneeze. I don't know. This person is like enamored of something like that. Like you have an adorable giggle, or I don't know. Maybe you fart funny. Six of Wands again? We're definitely getting duplicates here. So there's a message that is repeating in the sense of go for it. You'll be successful. And now let's just keep in mind that for some people, this definition of success is now you're ready to be in a relationship. It might not be this person, but if this person motivated you to get yourself in that right space, and now you can actually be a part of a healthy relationship, that's still winning. But I do think for a decent chunk of you, this is becoming a better person to be with the person you want to be with. And they, in turn, are pretty happy with the results, the change, the proclamation of love. Hanged Man, Six of Swords, Death in the reverse. So this Six of Swords is kind of sideways, probably a little bit more so in the reverse. But I call the Six of Swords because it's about travel. And I think this is somebody who's trying to figure out when to travel. Like, they want to move things forward, but they don't know how their person feels. That's what's causing them concern. And like sometimes life has surprises for us. And life would be kind of boring if we didn't have surprises, right? Like, I know there are some like really not fun surprises out there, like, surprise, you're fired. But I'm not laughing because I think that that's actually funny. It's just like I have a ridiculous sense of humor. Um, they're good surprises. And maybe, just maybe, it's more fun if you don't always know, right? So if you ever wonder why you don't get the answer you want or an answer at all from tarot, it's because sometimes you have to have a surprise. I feel like this person wants to be comfortable with the idea of, I don't know how this is going to go, but is really struggling with that because this is an analytical person, right? Like, I do the formula and then I know what to expect. That's how it works. But you're human. So, like, there's no formula really for me to know what's going to happen. So, I feel like this person just needs to know, like, if you still haven't reached out yet, if it's still driving you crazy and you know that time has passed and you feel like there's a chance this person does have feelings for you, you kind of have to cross it off the list, right? This death card in the reverse is, I don't think this feeling is going to go away. Unfinished business, right? All right, let's get to the main event with our lovely new cards, shall we? I think I'm just going to put this right here. All right, so they're super cute. They're a little bit smaller, which I love. But I have to tell you guys, I noticed something kind of funny about it. I'm a total nerd when I get a new deck, and I'm like, oh my god, look at this one. Oh my god, look at this. You know, like I want to look at all of the individual cards and like see what I see initially. And I noticed that the Lovers card, I'm going to see if I can find it, is labeled the Magician. And I was like, wait, what? But I already saw the Magician. There's not two magicians, are there? And then I was like, maybe it's just like something weird that they did. So here's the Magician, the real one. Sophia looking great. And then the Lovers has like pretty predictable artwork, but look, it's called the Magician. But some of you probably recognize that's like totally the art they would have in the Lovers. So a little heads up that it may say the Magician on it, but if I recognize the artwork and it's supposed to be the Lovers because it's number 6, then we're gonna go with that. Okay. All right, you guys, let's get some more clarity for you. And thank you again, Christina. You're the bestest. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? I want to know more about the 9 of Pentacles energy, which is probably you, but doesn't have to be. All right, so for some of you, this is kind of complicated because you have either moved or you have walked away from a social community and found a different one. When I dropped it, I don't know if you noticed, but it landed upright instead. So this person who has feelings for you here, come out as the King of Swords now 3 times, wants to have a new beginning and sees that you have been doing better after leaving behind a community that had not treated you with the respect that you deserve. There's something about, in particular, I feel like there's something about how you look. Like there's just a glow, you know, or maybe you got a really good haircut. I don't know. There's a change though, and this person has noticed. The Devil in the reverse, because you got rid of what was holding you back, you know, like there may have been some individuals in the social community you left behind that made it in particular difficult for you to really like spread those wings, right? Do what you wanted to do. We have the 5 of Swords and the Knight of Swords, telling me that there were people that tried to get in your way, tried to make things difficult for you. And I feel like in particular, people who lied about you. So you were like, all right, cool. I'm going to quit this job, or I'm going to leave the state, or I'm going to move to a different country, or I'm going to move back to my hometown. You know, like there was a willingness to let go of a toxic environment, because we all know retirement homes are toxic. Do you guys see? It says Shady Pines on it. So cute. Yeah, you're just like, okay, that's cool. I'm going to change everything then. I'm going to change what doesn't work for me. 3 of Wands, again, I'm going to move, or I'm going to do something that I haven't done before. You know, like I'm taking action on something that most people didn't think I would. Knight of Wands, more action. Look at that horse. He's just like, he's ready. He's going to be taking some action. He's like, where are we going, boss? You just tell me. These cards are so cute. Some of you wanted to go to a more peaceful location. So you may have found something that's a little bit less busy or noisy or not next door to the family or something. See, I warned you guys. Here we have the real magician. And this is you saying, I got what I need, right? We have the magician. I feel like this person saw you do something to fix your life and now they're basically implementing it for themselves. So I think that means you are an inspiration. High five. Thanks, Voodoo. We have death and the reverse again. We have that here as well. I gotta show you though. Look at her. Dorothy's so, she's like badass. And then there's just this random like Deftones pony in the background. Other side, sorry. Just, I'm holding it the wrong way. What's wrong with me? That's in the reverse. It's like it feels to me like somebody is a little bit sad they got left behind, or a little bit sad that you haven't reached back out, a little bit sad that you didn't initiate conversation, right? And you're just like, it's not my job. Not my job. I was just saying that somebody is a little bit sad. Christina, it's what you ask of me. 5 of Cups. Oh, somebody really misses you. But you know what they say with the 5 of Cups? People are so busy crying over the cups that have spilt that they don't often remember there's 2 other cups behind them. So I do feel like we have some measure of like hope that things are going to work out here. I feel like that's because whatever happened to separate you guys, it wasn't, like an unforgivable, like a deal breaker, or you were completely unwilling to like respect me as a human kind of thing. There was something that happened that feels to me like something external or with somebody else had to be resolved first. And when that was resolved, then, shit could happen. And here we have the Empress in all her glory. You have changed and people have seen it. Like they watched it. I really do feel like there's something about you that for a random stranger, like you've become more attractive, right? Like it's not just you became more attractive because you also like Star Trek. It's a total thing, you guys. I'm pretty sure. You seem to exude more happiness because you have addressed what was holding you back, right? So that has inspired or helped other people realize maybe I can do that for myself. Tell me more about the Soul card, please. Okay. Page of Wands. I just love her, like the way she's holding that is just so great. I feel like there's something here about you saying the stuff that a lot of people maybe shy away from. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who has figured out how to have conversations that deal with conflict in a respectful but firm way. Like, what's a good example? Okay, like let's say you go on a bad date, right? You thought it was going to be good, you showed up, it was shit, right? Like no chemistry. Or maybe they said something in particular and you're like, hey, that's like totally not cool with me. Disagree with that opinion, or I do want kids or I don't want kids, whatever it is. But like you're enabling yourself or empowering yourself to actually say what the issue was. Like, sorry, Brad, but I don't date people who wear Crocs. I will continue to insult Crocs because I think it's hilarious. I love you all. You do whatever you want, but Crocs are not for me. Hi there, evil fairy. Welcome in. I feel like this has emboldened other people to be more honest, right? This King of Swords is obsessed with telling the truth right now. There's something they have to say. And your ability to be kind of blunt, I think, is emboldening this person where maybe they wouldn't normally, because they know you're going to be honest, right? They're not going to have to guess, is that what she really meant? Is that what they really meant? Is that, can I trust him? You know, like Four of Cups in the reverse is curiosity. It's almost like, is there actually a human that is like that exists? Because that's cool, you know? Mm. High Priestess, and she's an oily one, you know, she just gets right out of your hands. Thanks, guys. I love it. You're backing me up. um, the High Priestess, I feel like you've got some insight here. You know that somebody is thinking about you, even if you haven't heard from them for a while. Like, I think for most people, we have the ability to eventually identify energy. Like, you spend enough time with somebody, I know, like my parents, I could recognize their energy any day, you know, like definitely spend enough time with them. I'm sure there are relationships out there where you can tell when somebody's like getting close to home, or when they're, you know, in the room when you thought they were upstairs, you know, like I feel like there's something here about somebody feeling little tugs on their energy and trying to kind of identify, like, does this mean somebody's thinking about me? Or like, why do I keep being tugged in this direction? Why is this happening? I feel like somebody has gotten to a better like relationship with their intuition. And that's why we have the Seven of Pentacles, because you're waiting. You're like, hey, by the way, I can tell you want to talk to me, but you haven't done it yet. Just over here decorating my Christmas tree. Yeah. Anytime you want to just like, you know, be honest or say what you got to say, just let me know. Just gonna be over here. I don't think it is actually that easy. It's more like, you have 4 days, 4 hours, and 4 minutes. Good luck. There's definitely a limit here. But I don't know that this person, like you or your person, I don't know that there's necessarily an understanding, but I think there's another love interest that's going to enter the equation. And this King of Wands is nervous about that, right? Like, is there another love interest? So we had the Seven of Cups, right? There's somebody else interested, but are we all dealing with the intimidation factor or the hesitation? Nine of Cups. In this particular situation, this Nine of Cups is coming across as like how can you not love this person? Whoever you are delightful. I feel like you have such a presence. People can definitely feel your energy coming into the room. And I feel like there's a confidence that is like unassuming. Like, yeah, I've worked hard to achieve what I've achieved or to become the person that I am, but I'm also not going to like rub it in your face. I'm just over here silently being awesome. You know? Yep, yep, yep. Did you think it's all wormy? Oh no. So yeah, I think there's a sense of intimidation here that you are like a heartthrob, a heartbreaker. You know, like there are people that don't know how to handle you. Eight of Cups, because you know how to walk away. All right, let's get a little bit more clarification. We'll go with the little guys. The miniature Rider Waite. Tell me more about the abundance, please. The Seven of Pentacles is already sitting right next to the abundance, and now we have another Seven of Pentacles. You have been waiting for something to like make it or succeed, and I think you don't have much longer to wait, because there is definitely some justice that is due to you. I feel like you've been like the karmic lesson for other people, not to say like you're an awful person. I'm saying losing you is an effective lesson for many people. And I feel like all of that work that you've done has led to a situation where you have a lot of blessings coming your way. Tell me about the soul card. High Priestess. I love this because we have the High Priestess right here too. There's an element of like, you know, there's something good coming for you, but also you understand like how the universe works. Good for you. So you've manifested this, Magician. So is that 3 times the Magician's come out now, I believe? Yeah. We have the World in the reverse. Something's just not over yet. There's another scene, another act, another episode. And we have somebody who's watching. So, you know, you're probably already making sure whatever you put on social media is what you want everyone to see. But, you know, somebody's watching it. Tell me about the King of Wands, please. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Interesting, because we've had the Ace of Swords in the upright come out a few times. And I feel like, in particular, this is saying this person feels passionate about addressing where they were dishonest or what happened. Two of Pentacles, right next to the other Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this person knows that in order to create balance in their life again, they have to fix this issue. At least apologize. Tell me about the Six of Wands, please. Two of Wands in the reverse. Empress. So there's an element here of some people getting their karma by seeing you do so well, right? Like, I learned my lesson because I thought you were not, you know, that great. And then I turn around and you're everything I wanted, right? But I also feel like there's somebody here who doesn't need to be planning as much. The most important thing is really be honest and respectful, right? Some of you are going to find out there's no need to communicate, right? This King of Swords might reach out and not hear anything back. Probably a sign, right? Others of you, it may be like the read receipts on, but you just see the little dots for a little while. Somebody's trying to figure out what to say back. There's obviously a little bit of a variety here, but I do feel like there is, in general, a good vibe because somebody has actually done the work. And I feel like the High Priestess energy is really good at discerning that there has been an actual change here. So the King of Swords may need to feel a little bit reassured that if you know this person's very intuitive, that's going to help you because you're coming from the right place, right? You've actually done the work. You've become a better person. You want to do right by them. They will pick up on that. So maybe throw away the script you've written and just like say what comes naturally, right? Thank you so much. Should I call you Luna? I love that name. I might have to check that out. I think I'll leave it there, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the reading. And the Golden Girls, being added to the family. Thanks again, Christina. Love you all, and I will see you on the next reading. Bye, guys.